Monolith me once, shame on you. Monolith me twice, shame on me. Monolith me 3 times, bruh. I think we got ourselves a party, man. I don't know. What's up with these monoliths? Anyways, man, it is December 8th. It's Tuesday. It's December 8th, 2020. Let's kick it off, man. How you guys been? Hope you all have been doing well. I just decided to drop in on Tuesday instead of Monday just to spice things up a little bit. But on and on, man, it was a great weekend. It was a great weekend. Ups and downs, I'm not gonna lie. Went through a little bit of emotional turbulence, and that's the thing. You gotta be alright with the emotional turbulence during these times. It's understandable. And yeah, man, you gotta be in touch with your emotions. It's okay. I know. Hey, man, I'm not gonna be beating around the bush. I cried a little bit over the weekend, like a little bitch, for a few minutes, and just a lot of things going on in my mind, like everybody else. Whether it's work, whether it's you debating whether you want to stay wherever you are, whether you're considering your job that you're doing right now, or anything that you want to do later on in life. And yeah, man, a little bit of a tense weekend, a little portion of it, not most of it. But that's alright, man. We go through waves and you just gotta ride it out, and feeling tip top, man. So not gonna lie, it's been a work in progress, and that's the thing. I know I'm doing something right because I feel like I'm challenging myself. I feel like I'm putting myself out there in a new environment, in a new format, and that's what it's all about, man. Just trying different things, and never been one to pretend like I've got the answers or like know what I'm doing at all. It's just taking chances, and it's just saying yes to the universe and trying different things out. And here we are, man. This is me trying just a different thing out this year, and hoping to build something up from this and move on forward with my life. But all at the same time, a lot of interesting things are going on, man. What's up with these monoliths appearing? Like, first of all, one of them popped up, and I'm like, okay, whatever, it's just probably a piece of artwork or whatever. Second one pops up, and disappears. Alright, it's probably another artist. Third one pops up, and I think the third one was in California, and some kids went out and like vandalized it and whatnot. But it's just like, man, for a second, if we can what if it was just like, what if it was a, hypothetically speaking, right? What if it was an alien artwork that was just dropped in on us, Hypothetically speaking, most likely it's human made, right? But hypothetically speaking, let's pretend it was an alien, and they're just like, let me come on over and hover over these guys for a little while, and let me just send down one little item and plant it down random spots of the universe just to see how the people react, right? And it's just one solid piece of metal, obviously. That's what a monolith is. Not necessarily made up of metal, obviously, but they dropped it off, and it was cool, man. Some of it was like, it wasn't in heavily dense locations, so they were kind of artworks, man. You could just like, a few people went out into the desert, found one, and took a bunch of pictures or videos of it, and it disappeared. But we need to be more observant of these things, and we just need to be a little bit more, I guess, non-judgmental when it comes to anything, man. Anything. Like, this could have been an artwork, it could have had symbolic meaning behind it. And it could still be ongoing. I don't know, maybe we'll get a few more monoliths coming up in the next few weeks or months, but it got me thinking, what could the artist or whoever it was that dropped it off or placed it, what could they have been? What's the symbolic meaning of a monolith? Is it meant to be like a symbol during these times to hopefully, I don't know, unite people and, I don't know, get people on the same line? And like, with unity and everything, it got me thinking, is it time? Do you guys feel like we could potentially start openly talking about having a one world government? I'm not talking about silly, weird shit. I'm not talking about no conspiracy theories. I'm not talking about Illuminati, satanic cults. I'm not talking about nothing bad, dude. I'm talking about, what if we could organize somehow a world government where, in situations like the ones we were just faced in right now, during the past 8 months, 9 months, we've been going through, global turmoil in terms of, the pandemic breaking out, everything kind of falling apart. Wouldn't it be nice, hypothetically speaking, to have a governing body that took care of everything for a lot of people and made sure that everybody sort of gets taken care of? just spitballing ideas, man. Sorry about the sirens in the background. If this is getting recorded, I don't know how sensitive the mic is on the iPad, but yeah, man, this is the city. You'll get a cop car going by, you'll get a fire truck going by, so it is what it is. But how do you guys feel about that, man? Like, I would, because again, like relating that back to aliens, right? And I've talked about this in previous videos. I'm not the first one. I'm not any expert by any means, but there are videos just popping up left, right, and center of, you know, UFOs, and this was, again, stuff that was released by the Pentagon, dog. So unidentified flying objects that are moving in patterns that cannot be replicated by the technology that we have available to us, or at least that's known. And that's the thing, man, these things get me thinking, like, how far advanced is our own technology? Like, the governments that are working right now globally, how far advanced is our own technology, the human technology that we got in terms of aerospace, and in terms of when it comes to exploring the water as well, man, the Navy, how advanced is our submarines or whatever else that they've got going down? Because suppose some videos were to be, you know, popping up in the next few months or years of, you know, showing some sort of advanced technology that's been captured maybe by, and again, this is not new stuff, this has been around for some time now, for many, many years actually. It's just, you know, we're getting talking about it, and I like people to be talking about it because I think a lot of times, yeah, the government has a lot of information and they're probably hesitant to release a lot of these informations because they don't want to cause public uproar, or you know, they don't want to make the public uneasy. They don't want public unrest, and rightly so. And that's actually, it's intelligent to think that way, because at the end of the day, you know, you pay your taxes, we all do, and we elect people, and we have different branches of the government hoping so that they maintain a peaceful environment for everybody, right? You don't want things to be falling apart. Now, with that being said, we're definitely in an age of information, and everything's traveling so much faster. Everybody's connected globally via the internet, right? So information moves like this. What do we do? What do we do if somebody in a, let's say even the government doesn't want to release some information, but let's say some government official goes rogue, right? What if some Navy pilot who's, you know, captured some videos and they don't want him to release it? What if he just decides that, you know what, this is, the public has a right to know certain things, and he or she goes up and, you know, uploads these videos, and all of a sudden we get these images. Hypothetically, I don't know jack all, dude. I don't know. I'm just, you know, reading different stuff, following different stuff. What happens if tomorrow we were to be shown a video of some sort of object flying, you know, hovering in the water, or you know, being in a body of water, and then moving upwards and out of the water, and it's this massive thing that's, you know, none of us have seen anything like it probably, that's potentially, you know, you could be like, oh my god, is this an Avengers movie, is this a, you know, superhero movie that I'm watching? And they'll tell you, be like, no, this is just another aircraft or submarine or whatnot. So the thing is, I'm questioning a lot of things. I'm questioning, first of all, what kind of technology do we have, what's available to us, so that if we were to see something, we'd be able to distinguish whether it's man-made or, you know, it's from another source. But it got me, you know, I'm curious, man. I'm curious because all these things, if and again, I was watching the Joe Rogan Experience, where they were talking about just the recent ones, the last couple ones, when he was talking about aliens and whatnot. And again, yeah, I think it's the government's probably hesitant. I don't know if aliens exist. I don't know if anybody knows they exist. I don't know if we have found, you know, there have been different sightings, there have been crashes, there have been pieces of metal that's been, you know, retracted and taken to different labs, and that's the thing. What I like is, I just like more transparency. I would like to see more government bodies working together, and the only way we could kind of see this happening is we kind of form a one world government, one world planet, one human family, one race system, where everybody's, you know, guaranteed certain basic human rights. Everybody's, you know, And with that being said, I'd like to expand on that. And I'm no expert. I'm just some guy that likes to shoot around ideas. Sometimes be funny and goofy. Sometimes joke around and stuff. But like money, what do you guys think about money? Should we not be heading? Should we not have just one world currency at this point? Does it not make sense to just have one world currency instead of the American dollar or the euro or whatever else? There's so many different currencies, right? And you got commodities everywhere, and it's like it's kind of. That's the thing, man. If an alien species were observing us, we'd look really backwards. We'd look really, and we're really advanced, especially in the past 100 years, 50 years. We've really technologically advanced, but in terms of how we're distributing the resources, how we're making use out of our land, our earth, is just kind of. We're not doing it right. We're not doing it as good as we can. It's great. It's always, and I'm not trying to say, oh, this is, I'm saying what we need to do is combine our resources, talk more openly, and then, yeah, that's, because suppose these guys were observing us, right? I mean, if they're not hostile, which, again, it doesn't make sense for them to be hostile, and I'm just thinking about it, because if these guys have, advanced technology to the point where they can be moving in zigzags or coming and doing whatever work it is they may or may not be doing. Again, I don't know anything. This is just purely speculation. For them to be able to time travel, I guess, and come here and observe us, they would have really far out technology, so they wouldn't really necessarily need to attack us or anything. So we do need to be more peaceful, and this is thoughts that I've had ever since I was a kid. I was always hoping that if we ever able to come in contact with aliens, is that we'd act non-judgmental and we'd be welcoming, because if there are other races of species out there and they're willing to make contact, why not go with a gesture of peace and harmony and see if we can work together. Again, this is all outrageous. This is all potentially it's all mumbo jumbo. We might be the only ones. Who the hell knows? But with that being said, what about our own relationships here down on Earth, man? Do we not, and a lot of people, the reason why they're hesitant when it comes to global governance or, having a one world government is because folks are really attached to their identities, and people really love their countries, and rightly so. People really love their cultures, rightly so, but at what expense? At what expense? It's good to, I don't want to get rid of any cultures. I don't want anybody's languages to be destroyed. I don't want anybody's artworks to be destroyed. I don't want anybody's history to be erased. I want more inclusion. I want more transparency. And the way to do that is if we join forces rather than be competing together. Why don't we find out, why don't governments get together, find out how much resources we have, whether it's not natural resources, how much oil do we have in the earth? How much iron do we have? How much gold do we have? How much silver do we have? And the list goes on and on and on and on. And when it comes to money, we need to be thinking of better ways to, sort out this economy, because I was just reading the other day that I think one of the hotspots in Toronto is obviously Yonge and Dundas. For anybody that doesn't know Yonge and Dundas Square, it's our, it's where the city's popping and everything's going on. It's our square, man. So one restaurant owner just shut down their business because they can no longer keep up with the monthly expenses. The rent alone at Yonge and Dundas for a restaurant was $40,000. That to me is just insanity. It's crazy. For somebody to be able to, I don't even know how they made rent with $40,000 during this past 8 months. I don't know, man. If you're, I forget what kind of restaurant they were, but man, you're probably putting some you're probably selling some coke with your food, dude. Jokes, obviously, but how the hell are you paying 40 grand just for your rent, and take into account the staff that you got, the electricity, all the maintenance work? Jesus Christ, dude, you must be, you have to have been clearing 60 plus at least to have made something. I don't know, I'm not good at math, man, but I'm just saying $40,000 just for rent, that's ridiculous. Why don't we just round it off and just make it an even 50K or 100K a month when we do come back? And that's the thing, man, we shut things down, and then hopefully we will get some sort of normalcy in a few months or a year when this vaccine's kind of, globally distributed and whatnot. But when we do go back to things, is it not okay to rethink a lot of things? I mean, these numbers, these monetary numbers that we come up with are so arbitrary, they're so, it's so subjective the way we just, attach value to things, and property is one. A lot of people in North America, over the world, as a matter of fact, have invested a lot of money into real estate. A lot of people are property rich. They don't actually have any cash in their hand. Everybody's paying these ridiculous amounts of mortgages, and at the end of the day, if you're not able to make those mortgages, money's going to obviously go back to the bank. So with these foreclosures coming in the next year, I'm just a little concerned. Again, I'd like us to be able to, be realistic, have fun. And for myself, I've been considering a lot of things, right? I want to be doing comedy and I want to be moving around, but right now there are no comedy clubs that are open, and even if they were, there are no open mic positions for newbies like myself. So I'm considering everything. I've been actively looking at moving out of the city because I don't know how much longer I can, to be honest with you guys, I don't know how much longer I can maintain living in the city if I don't have all the amenities that I need. And one of those amenities is having access to people, being able to communicate with people, being able to go out, see people, being able to freely move around. And I know I'm not the only one that needs to do this, but I don't want to be selfish and just be like, yeah, let's just open it up. I don't know, man. I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy trying to make sense of it all. But we do need to come up with better ways. This was, I guess, a good test run. Hopefully, if anything, I hope nothing like this ever happens again, but that's just wishful thinking. Obviously, we're going to have different things, but things could always get worse, right? What if next year, what if next summer we're hit with a natural disaster? What if the stock market crashes? What if we have, outbreak of war again? Because these things are constantly happening globally, and it's a trickle effect. It's not that you're just sitting in your little bubble and you're safe and sound. We do need to be we need to start thinking collectively. We need to come together and get rid of a lot of silly notions. And again, I'm no friggin' expert on anything, man. I'm so happy there are actually a lot of intelligent people out there doing a lot of good things, man. So I'm an optimist. I hope we can all get our shit together moving forward. 2021, it's not going to be an easy year, but it's going to be a better year, I'll definitely tell you that. So just want to send out a lot of love, just want to send out a lot of positive vibes for you guys. I'm working on different things, but the wheels are turning and it's slow, man, and the pressure is obviously on. I put that pressure on myself. I'd like you to apply a little bit of pressure to your own life, but don't overdo it. The key is to balance, and there is no one recipe, especially at a time like this. And I'm not going to tell you go read this book or do that, because nobody knows your situation better than you. So you have to think what's best for you. If you need to move, think about it. If you need to change your job, think about it, do that. If you need to do whatever it is that needs to be done to better your life, you need to do that on your own. There's nobody with an answer that's going to spoon feed you and make it all easy. We're going to have to work together, come together, and we'll get through this, man. But just throwing out ideas out there. I hope you guys have a lot of fun this week. It's the holiday season, and yeah, man, just think of others, and we'll get through this together, guys. Yeah, I'll just keep it at that for the time being. Love you guys. I'll come in and talk to you guys later on, sometime this week. Yeah, later on sometime this week. I don't know when, but I'll definitely be hopping on probably towards Wednesday or Thursday. Have a lovely day, everybody. I hope you're safe and sound. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Peace.